What's good, YouTube? Fresh as Def Jeff back again with another video. Like I said, we ain't gonna stop. We going straight to the top. And today's video is basically about my body transformation. I'm gonna have a before picture and an after picture to show you guys the transformation. Now, this isn't one of those other videos where people are talking about like a 30-day transformation, 3 months, 6 months, a year. This is 3-4 years of consistent grind, consistent work, consistent discipline, and also not being able to stop through a certain period of time, but also having your breaks in between, because realistically speaking, it's hard to stay consistent for that long without any breaks in between. You need those breaks to be able to move forward, to be able to have that mental break where you're gonna get back to it. Today's video again is about that body transformation. If you're looking to elevate the fitness in your life, trying to get that better mindset, trying to get that better body, whatever that goal may be that you have for 2025, this video is right for you. So stay tuned. Now, basically, like my last video, I was talking about a lot, like how I came to be a full entrepreneur. This is kind of my journey into why I got into fitness in the first place. I was also, growing up, I was never really into fitness. It's just something that kind of happened. I was also trying to just make myself look better as well. Like, that's really pretty much it. I was never like fat or like, out of shape, because I was always dancing, I was always playing basketball, I was doing some kind of physical activity where, I was burning a lot of calories, and I was still always staying active. So if you're always staying active, that's a good thing. But I wanted to build that muscle mass. I wanted to build that strength. I was very, very weak. I remember back in high school, I tried to bench like 135. So it was 245s on each side, but that was like the first time I was ever benching, and I couldn't even do one rep. So that was kind of crazy, because everybody just laughed, and that kind of grew that rage in me at that point. But I was still not really worried about what anybody had to say at that point. So it didn't affect me at that point, because I already knew who I was at that point. I already knew the talents that I had on the other spectrum. I'm gonna talk about seven things that are gonna be very, very important to your fitness journey, and things that helped me along the way. A step-by-step guide on kind of how to get to that level where you want to get to, whether that's either losing weight, whether that's gaining weight, whether that's maintaining your weight, or whatever that may be in your fitness journey. First thing I want to talk about is really setting goals. Like I was just talking about, whether that's either losing weight, whether that's gaining weight, gaining strength, getting faster, maintaining a strict diet, whatever your goals are overall, you have to set a plan where these are things that you're going to cross off over time. This is not like something you want to think about like crossing off in a certain period of time, because that's not really realistic. So you want to set realistic goals over a year, over 2 years. It'll give you a better balance between having that time efficiency, having that consistency, and also having that discipline, where you're not going to really stress yourself out, and you're not going to overwhelm yourself with having to meet this goal by this date. Just know that maybe this year you'll lock in, but the main goal is to at least try to put something down that that you're going to cross off by the end of the year, whatever that may be, because then you can look back and you told yourself you were going to do this and you actually did it. Next year you're just going to go harder. The main objective here is really not to be this physically appealing person, whether that's six packs, whether that's just the big muscles, whether that's being able to bench 300 pounds, squat 500 pounds. That's not the goal. Those are certain goals for certain people that want to hit certain PRs and want to be just strong as fuck, to be honest. That was never my goal. My goal is to look physically appealing, to be able to look at myself in the mirror and tell myself I'm very confident. I had like a little six pack. I've always had little muscles, but I wanted to get stronger. I wanted to get faster. I wanted to like just have more confidence. And growing up, I was really called Flacco, or skinny boy. So that kind of also ticked me off to the point where, like, you know what? I'm gonna get strong as fuck, and I'm gonna get big as fuck, and I'm not gonna stop until I get there. And now I'm still kind of upset with my body. I think you never get over the feeling of body dysmorphia. You never really get fully satisfied with how you look, or the way you feel. So it is what it is at the end of the day. As long as you know that you're putting in the work, you're grinding, you're setting your goals, and you have a set objective on how to get there and what your goals are, that's really all that matters. So don't really worry about what anybody else has to say. Just do you at the end of the day. That's all that matters. The second thing I'm going to say is really setting a strict meal plan. I think this is really the hardest part. People say that going to the gym is probably hard. That's the easy part. That's the fun part. That's like going to the playground. Really the hard part is having a strict diet and having some type of meal plan that you're gonna stick to for a long period of time, and you're not gonna want to have those cravings for those cookies, those snacks, those chips, that pasta, whatever it is. There's all types of ways to make a strict diet. I really chose the easy pass. Shout out to my cousin Edwin. He really helped me out. I wanted to gain muscle, and I know I wanted to get stronger. That was really the main thing. And slowly over time, I have more pictures here along the way where you'll see how skinny I was here, and you'll see where I'm starting to lift more. I'm starting to get stronger, and I'm building that muscle. I'm constantly putting the pressure on the muscles and constantly pushing that weight and not being afraid to go up in weight. That's something a lot of people struggle with, is being able to increase that weight over time slowly, but being also to maintain a form and to be able to maintain the strategy, and not have a messy form. You're not having to hurt yourself in the end. But I was saying, like I said, the third thing is be able to have a strict diet. I started off with just chicken, beef, jasmine rice, asparagus, broccoli, simple things like that. Medium portions, smaller portions if you want to lose weight, whatever the case is with that. But being able to do that for a very, very long time, repetitively, over time, it's gonna give you that discipline to, not to go along the side and go to these things that you shouldn't be eating. Now, don't get me wrong, you will have those days where you can have that snack, you can have that crumble cookie, because trust me, I love food and I love eating. That's like one of my favorite things. So I'm not gonna tell myself that I can't eat these things, that I can't enjoy myself on the weekends or have a dinner or two, because I know come Monday, even come Sunday, I'm going right back to the gym. Like, it's not gonna stop. So you have to know that balance, have to know that strategy to be able to put those things on the back burner, but also know that you have a strict diet, maybe Monday through Friday, and have 1 or 2 cheat days on the weekend, but straight back to work and work twice as hard on Monday. So it's important to have a balance and be able to know what's right from wrong at the end of the day as well. Also have a workout split. A lot of people also, I notice, they don't really know what they're doing in the gym, and that's okay. Like I came to a point where I was never that person where I didn't know what to do, but I always would just do research. YouTube has a lot of videos on how to, have a workout split. If you want to have your own workout split, know what works for you. That's kind of how I did my own things. I would look at YouTube videos and I incorporate into my own workout. And I'm just strictly do push, pull, and legs. And I tend to rest after legs, and I also rest after back day, because those are the biggest parts of your body. So you want to give those maximum rest as possible, and that way when you're back to it, or you start your workout split, you know that you're right where you need to be at and your body is completely rested, and you'll feel 10 times better. Even if you need to take 1 or 2 rest days, that's all that matters, because you'll be right back where you need to be. Sometimes I even take 3 rest days, and that day back in the gym feels amazing. So that's definitely something I recommend. Have a workout split, whether it's push, pull, legs, or you want to do push and you want to do chest and triceps. You could do arms and back, and you could do upper legs, lower legs, and have a full split like that as well. Also, another thing in your workout meal, also have a protein shake. I tend to struggle with a protein shake as well, because I should be taking 2 protein shakes a day, 1 in the morning, 1 at nighttime. I used to do that at some point, and then I stopped and I came back to it. I also sometimes I don't always meal prep, so I know maybe the next week I'll meal prep more than I did this week, instead of going out and buying food. So that's something I still struggle to this day. I'm not saying I'm this perfect physically fit person and I'm perfect on all my meal preps and I'm on point. It's not the case. I do also struggle with meal preps. I could look 10 times better than I actually do right now, but I know that I have a good balance to be able to, slowly improve to where I need to get to. Now, the fourth thing is you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle, and that's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's part of the game. And this is where people either give up, they try to make excuses again, whether that's having to be with the kids, whether that's going to school, whether that's having to work too much, or whether they just feel like they don't need to work out. Like, that sounds crazy, because everybody, I feel like, should work out in some way, shape, or form. I don't really care what you say, because you don't get younger, you actually get older, and you want to be able to protect your body, because at the end of all, you're gonna want to thank yourself when you're older and you're barely able to move. You want to be able to thank the old you for going to the gym and working your body and putting your body through that stress, to be physically well down the line and get better, not get worse over time. But that's just something that you have to come to realization where I'm actually happy I did that. I'm actually happy that I went to the gym. I'm actually happy that I stuck with that consistency, and I kept that discipline over time, because that not only helps you in the gym, but it's gonna help you with everything else in your life. I promise you. It's gonna make things so much better for you. Whether that's your going to work, whether that's creating a new business, whether that's your mindset, whether that's your happiness, it just helps you in every shape, way, or form. And that's just what it is. At the end of the day, trust me, a lot of people don't understand that when they just first start off, but it comes over time. And once you realize that, like, I love the gym, or like it's like I just love running, I love working out, I love pushing weights, it's gonna feel so good, because it's really a stress reliever at the end of the day for me. And it's gonna be the same way as well for you. Promise. People also struggle. The struggle comes with having a messy form, cheating with bad foods when you shouldn't be, eating the things that you shouldn't be doing, quitting when either you're tired, you're sore. Those things are going to come naturally. Like I said, try to know that you have to tell yourself that that you have to take those rest days, because those rest days are essential. That's the most important thing. And also getting yourself to the right amount of sleep every single night. I also struggle with that as well, because sometimes I just can't fall asleep, and I either have to take a melatonin, or I just have to, make myself go to sleep, because that's something I really struggle with. I'm just a night owl at the end of the day. Hey, it is what it is. Get that right rest, get that right sleep, and you'll be right where you need to be. When you're struggling, you feel like you're about to quit, and you feel like you just don't want to do this anymore, remember why you started the journey. Remember why you got into this in the first place. Remember why you wanted to inspire this person. You said you wanted to go to the gym, right? Okay. You said you wanted to get fit, right? Okay. You said you wanted to get healthy, right? You wanted to eat right? Okay. That's what it comes with. That's that mindset you have to stay intact with. That's that discipline you have to keep track with. That's that consistency you have to keep track with. You have to keep that on a consistent schedule, and you'll be really thanking yourself in the long run. I promise you, it's really going to pay off. A lot of people get distracted with a lot of other things as well, whether that's just your job, whether that's just other people telling you why you're going to the gym, you look fine, like crazy stuff like that. Just if you feel like you need somebody to go to the gym, just go by yourself, and eventually people will gravitate toward you, or they're asking, how did you get to look like that, and just crazy stuff like that, and they'll be like, put me on, or like they'll tell you, what are you doing that I'm not doing? And I get that all the time when I'm at the gym. Like, people tell me, I just saw you like a year ago or a couple months ago, you look 10 times bigger, what are you doing? Like, put me on. Like, and I'm like, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm doing it, and this is how I got here over this period of time. So it's really amazing to be able to give that feedback to people that just are asking for it, and I'm very grateful for that at the end of the day, because it goes to show I'm doing something right. Now the next thing is the grind. The grind cannot stop. The grind is going to continue. You have to keep going. It's going to get really hard, but the grind is where you start to see improvements. You start to see changes. You start to feel better. You start to look better. You start to inspire people. You start to just have an overall different kind of energy around you. I used to be kind of like a little bit of a hunchback, but like that was because my posture was not right where it needs to be. It's better now. I'm chest up. Like, that just came with going to the gym. I was never like that. I always look like, like in my little corner, a little shell, and more of a timid person. But now as I have that confidence, the form comes with, with that chest up, and you feel more confident, and you feel like you can do anything, to be honest. Like you feel like you're on top of the world when you have that longevity, that you built all this, you did all this over time, and nobody can take that away from you. And that's the most important thing, that you grew from this, you grinded for this, and you worked so hard for this, and nobody can take that away from you. That's one of the most important things when it comes to fitness. Also, always remember, if you feel like you're not getting any changes, you're not making any major improvements, always take before and after pictures, and this is really going to help you motivate yourself. You can look back upon it. It's always about documenting the process and having that proof, that you did all this, and you're going to keep going now, so it doesn't stop. But you have the proof of where you started, how far you got, and what you did in between, and the results are going to show for it. And that's also another very, very important part of the whole journey and the whole, progress to the where you want to go. It's not about the destination, it's really about the journey, and that's what a lot of people lack to see, and they don't understand that part. And when you understand that, it's so much better, because you get clarity, and it's a beautiful thing. 3 things as well, when it comes to grinding, like I said, you can get a workout partner if you feel like you just need someone to be there with you, either like showing you the ropes, motivating you, or you're motivating them. It's always a good thing to work out. Shout out to D-Sprat, one of my favorite workout partners. He's always motivating me to just push harder, to go harder. He's always teaching me things that I don't even know about, and when I do that, it actually takes me to the next level. So shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. Also, like I said, track your progress is very important. And also, like I said, very, very important, take your rest days, track your rest days, and know when the right time it is to stop, and when the right time to go is to go back, because you want to give your body that rest, that needs that rest, to right back where you need to get at. Then the next one is the breakthrough. Now you're going to get to the point where you're going to see the major differences. Like, I'm going to show a couple pictures here. This is where I really start to see progress. This is where I was completely locked in. It was about the third, so I would say second to third year. And this is like a 4-year journey, to be honest. This is when I fully locked in. My third year, I would say I fully locked into the point where I was not going to stop. I know there's a video with the Arnold Schwarzenegger. He says, they asked him, I think it was forgot who asked him,
why do you still come to the gym? 75 years old, did the Mr.
For the same reason as why am I having breakfast today? I had breakfast yesterday, I had breakfast 10 years ago. Why am I still having breakfast? It's like training is part of my life.
Wake up.
It's that simple. Nothing will ever change until I die.
Right? And then you go to the gym. That's part of my daily schedule. That's part of my life. Like that's what I need to do every single day. Just like I brush my teeth, just like I have to eat, just like I have to take a shower, I have to go to the gym. And I was like, wow, that's it right there. That's the key. That's the key. And some people will get there. Some people are getting there. And if you don't understand that part, that's the sauce right there. That's where the meat potatoes are at. And that's a beautiful thing right there as well. So once you understand that part, it gets to the really good parts, because you start to see so much progression. You start to progress faster. You start to get stronger, faster, smarter. Everything just gets better, and the gears are just going at that point as well at 100x for sure. And it just feels so good, because the energy around you is elevated to the next level. You start to also notice a lot of differences. You're gonna be able to lift heavier. You're gonna hit weight that you never hit before, whether that's PRs or whether that's just more sets and more reps. You start to understand the dynamics of how your body works, whether that's having a really good form. I always say, keep your shoulders down and retract it, because that's gonna give you the right form. And that's for every single workout, to be honest. You always wanna have your shoulders retracted and back, and that's going to really help your form over time, because you'll start to feel everything as well when you're like pushing, whether you're doing back workouts. My favorite day is the back day, because I just feel everything on back day as well, all the major components. Over time, you're also going to have the lessons that you're going to come across. whether that's, you know, being able to overcome the struggle, being able to overcome the hard days. The most important days to go to the gym are the days that you really, really don't want to go. So once you can surpass that, and once you go to the gym when you really don't want to, it's gonna feel 10 times better than the day that you actually even wanted to go in the first place to the gym. And you're gonna be like, oh, I really came to the gym even though I really didn't want to. So like I said, that's gonna be the most important thing, being able to realize that this is what you have to do every single day. It just becomes a part of your life, essentially, like brushing your teeth, taking a shower, eating every single day, having them to take a piss, having to do the number 2. These things are a part of life. Like without this, you really wouldn't be able to survive, essentially over a period of time. Going to the gym is just as important. Obviously people feel like they don't really need to do it, and that's where you're wrong. You don't want to get to the point where you're in life and you're like, I should have went to the gym. Your body's going to thank you later on. It's going to be so grateful that you actually started this journey and you actually took it this far. And it's going to really benefit you in so many other ways. And also people think it's either too late. They think it's a joke. I don't really understand how that plays a part. I remember when I first started going to the gym, that thing that really built that fire in me was people just, you know, laughing because I was so weak. And I'm like, wow, like I really think like I'm weak like that? All right, bet. I'm gonna run it up. And I just kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger to the point where, you know, I got to exactly where I need to be at and surpassed that. And really, I was proud of myself because I was like, wow, I'm actually here. It's not really that funny no more, is it? But that was something that I was very, very grateful for. And it taught me discipline, it taught me consistency. And at the end of the day, those people weren't like, you know, making fun of me or anything like that. It was just like, I was just starting, and it was just part of the journey. Like, just like you've seen somebody do something for the first time and they do such a terrible job, and then they come to find out they never stopped, and it's like, wow, now you really stuck to it, and you really learned that lesson, you know, from the first time, that this is not going to be easy. This is going to take a lot of work, a lot of discipline, a lot of motivation from yourself, and you're going to get there, right? But it's just going to take time. It's going to take time, just like everything else. It takes time to get there. It's all hard work, and that's all it takes. And there's gonna be also days where you're gonna fall off. You're gonna have to get yourself back on track. You're gonna have to create a balance. You're gonna have to know when to cut it off, when to put it back on, when to turn that switch right back on, get back where you need to be at. But like I said, don't be afraid to take those rest days. Don't feel like you need to push yourself to a level where you know you shouldn't get to, or try to hurt yourself because you have this ego that's telling you that you should just try this and see if it works. Don't be that person. It could just result in something that's not going to be good for you in the long run. And just stick to what you know, and also being able to teach yourself as you go along the way. And don't be afraid to ask for help neither. That's very, very important, because it's going to take you it's going to take you a little bit faster to where you need to get to, just by asking a little bit of help and, you know, getting that advice from people that are maybe where you want to be at, or they're already there. And then you just want to, you know, get a little bit of insight. Like I said, now I'm going to talk about a little bit where I'm at right now. Right now, I'm currently 185 pounds. Came a long way. I think I was about like 145, 150 when I was in the depressed stage. I was going through it a lot. I wasn't going to the gym. I had to get back into that routine. And the good thing is, like, once you take a break for a long time and then you get back into the gym, you can build that muscle connection, or that muscle memory. Like in the next 30 to 60 days, you'll get that right back. Actually, probably sooner than that, to be honest. Like in 2 weeks, you can get that muscle connection right back where you were at before, and keep that diet wherever you were at before. If you do those things consistently for 2 to 3 weeks, you'll be exactly where you need to be at, and it's like you never left. And it's gonna feel 10 times better too, because your body's gonna start working right away, and it's gonna get that memory that you had before. And it feels really, really good when you do take a couple breaks, maybe 3-4 days, and you get back to it. It feels really amazing. Like, it's like a refresher, because you took a long break that you needed. You let your body rest, and, you know, you took a break from stressing your body out so much physically, that once you get back to it, it's gonna start working just like it needs to get exactly where you want to be at. At the end of the day, the whole journey to get where you want to be at, whether it's losing weight, whether it's gaining weight, gaining muscle, getting faster, having a good pace in your running schedule, whatever that is you're gonna get better. But that's up to you to stay consistent over a long period of time. That's the hardest part. You have a lot of people that have a strict schedule and they stick to it, and you see the results. And you want to know how they do it? They have a lot of other things that get them there. They have a lot of other things that they focus on, whether that's their job, whether that's their business, whether that's their family, and they know how to maintain all these things at the same time. Being able to stay disciplined at the gym is going to help you do that. And people don't get that. They just think people go to the gym just to get bigger and just to get stronger and to, walk around like this. That's not the case. This helps you build your mindset. This takes you 10 steps ahead of the normal person that doesn't go to the gym. That might be a little bit miserable, to be honest, because they just feel like they're too good for the gym. And it's kind of crazy that you have people that think like that. But all you can do is just try to inspire everybody around you at the end of the day and try to get those people where they need to get at. Try to get those people to, at least have a couple hints here and there that maybe they do need this, because maybe they need to get a little bit better, whether that's physically, mentally, spiritually, respectfully. Just try to help everybody around you, because that's all that matters at the end of the day, because it's going to help you, not only them, but it's going to help you, mentally, physically, everything else as well. It's going to just take you to the next level. Like I said, if I can do it, if they can do it, you can do it. That's the most important thing. Don't ever feel like this is not for you. Don't ever feel like you're being left out, like you don't need this, like it's not something that you should get into. I know a lot of people aren't into their fitness journey yet, maybe, or they want to get into it, or they're thinking about it. But if you haven't thought about it, or if you thought about it and you tried it and you feel like it wasn't for you, just try it one more time. Do your research a little bit, and being able to understand the logistics that goes behind it. It's going to take you a long way in many other aspects of life. And that's really the lovely thing about it, because it takes you in so many different directions that you would have thought would have been possible. At the end of the day, like I said, I probably already said this in the past, your future self is going to thank your younger self, or your current self, because it's going to make you such a better person along the way. And you're going to realize that the journey was worth every single second. And you're going to appreciate all the hard work you put into it, whether you were, working out, whether that you were training for something, whether that you were playing a sport. Just staying active is so important to your essential. It's so important for your physical health, your mindset, and everything else in life, to be honest. And it's really a great thing, not only for yourself, but also for the people around you. Really appreciate you guys if you got to the end of this video. I love talking to you guys. I love talking about my journey, whether that may be fitness, whether that be me business, whether that be my mindset, whatever it is. I want to talk more. I got a lot of things to talk about, like I said. So please like, comment, subscribe, hit the thumbs up for me, because we need more videos and we need to keep this shit going. And I really appreciate you guys. If you got this far in the video, please comment down below, locked in, because we're locking in all 2025. Whatever your goals are, comment those below. If this video motivated you to do better, to get better, all you guys have to do is just grind harder a little bit this year, work hard a little bit this year, be more grateful this year as well. That's so important. And it's going to take you a long way, but that you're going to have to just enjoy the journey along the way, because it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, and that's the most important thing. So of course, let's keep pushing, let's keep grinding, let's keep working. You can follow everywhere on social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Fresh as Def Jeff. Here again, like I said, I'm not going to stop. We're going straight to the top. Also, if you want a coaching call, if you want to, like I said in my last video, I am an insurance agent, so I do sell insurance products. If you have any questions about that, getting into the business, you want a coaching call completely out of that, I'm going to link down my business page as well down below, Jeff Health Markets. It'll have a booking consultation. You can schedule a meeting right through there. If you have any questions, comment down below. Like I said, Fresh and Dev Jeff, glad to be back. If you guys have any questions, just comment it down below. Appreciate you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.